Hello, guys. It is me back again from the darkness. It is High Priestess Jamila. Hello. It is Thursday morning at about 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are almost at the new moon. And how many of y'all have faith and trust in the universe? Okay, so anyway, welcome. I am a high priestess. I am ordained. I was born this way. I wasn't ordained, but I feel like I'm ordained by God. So, anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about the narcs, the narcissist, okay? Whether or not it's your ex boyfriend, parent, brother, sister, uncle, I want to talk about the dynamic of them violating the no contact rule. Also, the created excuses for them to stalk and harass you. I want to talk about how narcs create reasons to stalk you, to justify them harassing you, belittling you, and demeaning you. Now, I want to give you guys a couple of minutes to get in here, but I'm not going to actually be here that long because I got some phone calls to make. But I have a narcissistic mother. This has been pretty much general information for the past 5 years. My mother is so sick that she created this energy around me to where she's making her flying monkeys contact me and try to put guilt and shame and abuse onto me. This is actually manifested and happened publicly on YouTube. And it's not just what you guys think it is. It's saying just the most outlandish things to do a smear campaign against you. And it's so obvious. It's been obvious from the beginning and things have not changed. But what I wanted to speak about was the fact that she violated her no contact and she continuously violates her no contact contract or rule that my spirits have set forth, that are spirits, that are ancestors. You got to understand that it's not necessarily, like, for example, the ancestors. My grandmother does not want me anywhere near my mother, and that's because she's protected me. So my grandmother did a lot of the things. My grandmother refuses to allow my mother to hurt me, which is why my grandmother is one of the best spirits that I deal with. And so just recently, they did a 15-hour ritual that included an additional 8 hours, to where my mother had somebody go to somebody else's public platform to try to shame me because she's sick. Now, when you go no contact with your narc mother, that means that the relationship is severed. Typically, when you go no contact, you do it for very, very, very good reasons. So what my narcissistic mother did was she got somebody that I used to know to go on somebody else's platform to say, oh my God, your mother is sick, just out of the blue. Now, keep in mind that My mother herself, your narc mother, will stop speaking to you and then try to make you feel bad for when there's no communication. In my opinion, that is a violation of the no contact. Listen, if you are a narcissistic person, especially if you are a narc parent, because narc parents are the worst, and you are no contact, that means no contact. That means stop all communication from this person. Okay, you can go and look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of people in grown people that had to do this. This is not like, people try to act like we're in the dark ages, like like we're not in the age of Aquarius where we know that this is going on. So, first of all, it's unrealistic for the narcissistic parent to expect to literally betray you to the point of no return and to expect for you to feel bad. Now, this is what the narc does. My mother did this throughout my life and her narcissism blossomed. Oh my goodness, she would always do this. I would always have to be the one to apologize even though she was wrong. Now, I've actually been wrong as a parent, not deeply wrong, but like maybe with the way that I handle things, or maybe with the way that I communicated it. And you go and you make amends and you apologize to your child and you say, I love you, and you move on. No, my narc mother wants me broken down and she's been wishing poverty on us and hunger. And I'm over here doing work. I had to do spiritual work on my mother this morning, which is just literally insanity, but it always works. I always prevail. My spirits always come through for me. Whenever she's doing stuff like that, because this last time was just the worst ever. I mean, the narcs are good at making things that are fake look like reality. They're good at doing that. They do that all the time. So this is something that I have consistently overcame when it came to my narc mother, and she's still doing it. And your narc mother is doing the same thing to you. Every single day I have had to do a lucky Buddha spell to even get money into my business. Now, I don't mind working with Buddha because I love me some Buddha. Okay, he looked like he can cook real good. So I got my lucky Buddha and Bay, and this, keeps things flowing. And, when the banks start to act all sluggish and stuff, like, and you're wondering, like, so especially today is Thursday. So I decided for today to do this one. And I love using bay leaves for, many, many different uses. They can be used for healing purposes. Bay leaves can be used for enhancing, unblocking, and then also manifesting, and then good luck. So, um, now, many of you that are destined for greatness in this life, you may have a narc mother like that. Like my mother is despicable. I'm sorry. If y'all fell for their latest shenanigans, you just want to be sheeple. You just want to be a sheep. If you fell for that, that's the classic narcissist move. Oh, I'm having health problems. No, that's not, no. A lot of times narcissists often create health problems for themselves. I swear to you. You're having so many health problems, but yet you're drinking a fifth, like you're drinking cases of beer per day. A person that's genuinely sick can't drink that much beer. They get sicker. So a lot of that stuff is made up. Bless you, baby. A lot of that stuff be made up anyway, and they always come in with something. And why? Okay, you're sick, and we're no contact because you did disgusting, horrific things to your own child, and then you lied on them to cover up your own failure as a parent. And it's so sad because the way that they were able to manipulate the situation was by her first trying to play on your sympathy, by using, my ex BFF or frenemy or whatever she calls herself, using her. And I know they're going to clap back. We know that, but Jamila always wins because that's just the way that it is. Okay, when you know thyself, it just is what it is. Sending her to say, oh, her mother's sick and she's not being the bigger person, and, just being very manipulative and being very snaky. Because I can tell you right now that if you fell for that, then I don't even know what to tell you. Now, some of y'all aren't familiar. A lot of y'all are new subscribers that are not familiar, with my rival, who is my mother. Now, my mother acts on a covert basis. Okay, she's very covert with it. And but she's still, at the end of the day, because that's why she's being mentioned. Okay, otherwise she wouldn't have ever gotten mentioned. And here's the thing about it. They try to strike when the iron is hot. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't ever have to worry about money. I can drive down the street and get $1,000 loan if I ever felt like people on YouTube was judging me and neener. If I felt that way, baby, I can get my hands on some money. So I don't have no problem with that. But the point of it is that narc mothers can sometimes interrupt people in their spiritual progress, because if you don't pay for your spiritual work, you're not going to get it. So, I noticed that my mother was trying to send me bad luck. I can feel all of it. Listen, this is how you can tell that you can overcome that. Your narc parent has to go through a bunch of changes, put on a freaking production, the moon card, and make up all kind of lies, the truth always prevails. That's why I always sit back patiently and wait for the web that they weave to unravel, which it always does. It's very weak. They have to go through all of that to even get whatever it is that they're, even if they're doing witchcraft, you still had to come and lie. So if you're somebody that is very strong in the craft, you know that your power is going to override that automatically. So that's why learning witchcraft is going to be very valuable for you guys, learning witchcraft, okay? But I think that when you find yourself in a situation to where you do realize that you need the guidance of a witch, because this is nothing to me, I was so tickled pink at the 15-hour production that they put on because, and then also they had to cover up for the obvious fact that they stole my identity and tried to ruin my credit, which is really, really insane for you to do that to somebody. But, there is always healing. There's always healing. So, and that's why I've been working with my guides, and they have kept food on the table, and they have kept us, in a room. And then also, we're going to be moving into our house so freaking soon. It is just ridiculous. I'm so happy that this energy shift is coming. And then we have this wonderful new moon where the energies from it in itself is just amazing, because in order for you to see God sometimes in manifestation, you got to see the devil. I done went through all sorts of areas of this so-called demonic matrix, and none of it is real, and you just don't give it power. You just don't give it power, And so this is how you know that it was all a manipulation. that your narcissistic mother is not sick, because when they realize that that doesn't work to manipulate you to get their way, then they start to lie on you. They start to try to discredit you, belittle you, try to make you look bad, try to wrap you with a cloak of untrust. Now, there are certain herbs that you want to use to regenerate your trust and to also cleanse the etheric and auric body. So that way you'll start to manifest and attract what it is that is possibly being either blocked or taken away from you. So it was obvious that it was an attack, and it really worked because people on YouTube is, kind of acted funny towards me, but you guys will get it and you'll come through and you'll realize all over again, even the old people and the new people that have been watching this situation, that it was all again a fake front fraud. And the fraudsters themselves are going to be the ones to reveal the truth because they always do. In fact, it's going to happen. It's probably already happened. I haven't even checked because I've been over here doing spiritual work for clients. And so, yeah, so, um, the reason why you can't have contact with your narc mom is because their energy is going to be disastrous for you. And they know it. And if they led you to any kind of disaster, okay, because that would be obvious, okay? If your narcissistic mother had teamed up with people that you don't talk to anymore and decided to go out in social media and tell lies on you, but was very covert because she knew that they were lies and she knew that she could use all of these other stupid monkeys to tell all these lies on you. So they would be the scapegoat. They would take the downfall, and the covert narcissist does not. They just sit back and lay back in the cut and watch it manifest. So it's something that's been done over and over and over and over again. My mother is actually a very powerful sorceress, but so am I. Okay. Hey, Ambika. Hello. So y'all got to come in here because this will be the opportunity because we're coming up on a new moon. And if you want to decide to, because I'm going to tell you something, I got a road that's opened and it's got a yellow brick road and it's got gold and all kind of stuff dripping and it's dripping. Okay, because I do real spiritual work. I don't just like candles. I travel through worlds. I do a lot of meditating, and there are a lot of things that I've a lot of obstacles, you know what I'm saying, that I have managed to get through. And so but the reason why the narc violates the no contact agreement is because they know that they have to have some kind of contact, which is when you get into cords, okay? The cords. You've got to cut the cords, okay? You grew in your mommy's belly for 9 months and you were nourished from her body. But when you were born, see, narc parents do not start to show these signs of being really malignant until the child gets older. So you can't really judge a narcissistic mother until their children gets older and they start to go through empty house syndrome and things like that. Because the older that the child gets, the control that they lose over the child, which you're supposed to. The kid gets older, they learn how to take care of themselves, and then that's just what it is. What we find is that narcissistic codependent parents is they will form another cord to you that is, totally bogus because, see, there was a reason why your umbilical cord fell off. It was supposed to. Okay. And The smear campaigns is so that they can make excuses. It's an excuse. That's why they start saying that. They start to try to justify. They get insecure when you say, no, I'm not interested in being cool with you and talking to you or anything. And that's why they created that dynamic of forgiveness within the Bible. No, you don't forgive. Not everybody. Timing is everything. It ain't the right time to forgive. What would give you a clue that it's not the right time to forgive? Because this person is still trying to manifest disaster and destruction in your life. Why would you forgive somebody that is throwing missiles at you? So the entire Bible is an instruction booklet for sheeple and slaves. When you think about it, because they'll tell you to be forgiving, they'll tell you to do this, they'll tell you to do that. But, some people are not deserving of that forgiveness. In fact, if you forgive them, they'll probably kill you or destroy you or cause some sort of discomfort and pain to your life or your spirit and or either try to take your joy and happiness. Well, I'm going to tell you something, y'all. I was sitting here I was watching back-to-back movies. That's why I manifest every single day. Now, the narcissistic people took me asking for donations as me saying, I'm flat broke. Excuse me. I can go down the street if I were that strapped for cash, to the point where, I couldn't make a spell work. But I mean, listen, if you have a curse on you, you're not going to be able to obtain loans. I have bank statements to prove my income, and I have, all of those things. So, at the end of the day, where there's a will, there's a way. But I'm trying to figure out why. And, the reason why they come at you with this disgusting excuse of a lie is so that they can justify trying to cause me to feel casted out by the community. I have caught my covert narcissistic mother in another maniac's chat room, encouraging me to be shunned, humiliated, and violated. Now, this is what you got to do, because I don't just come with problems, I come with solutions. And they have always worked for me. It has never been one time that they didn't work for me. These techniques that I want to tell you about. First of all, you're going to have to unbind yourself. You're going to have to learn how to do an unbinding. Then, especially if you have something special and extravagant going on, like, I don't know, transitioning out of a hotel to a house, and you've got a crazy narc mother that's doing all that she can to pull you, back where she wants you, which is a little kid. Make sure that you go into the doll magic. Okay, go down to the craft store, get you guys some pins, get you guys some fabrics. Now, I am going to be doing a live doll making session to show you guys how I make my poppets, because I'm going to be making some poppets today. But I got to go up and get a few things, ingredients and stuff. Candle work is amazing, but sometimes you have to go and use the voodoo. Voodoo dolls are one of the most powerful tools of magic, is them dolls, them voodoo dolls. It is associated with spirit, and it is also associated with that person's spirit when you make a voodoo doll. So, and so voodoo is, in my opinion, to lump it up is the spirit of the dead and being able to control. That now I will tell you that the only time I do any kind of domination spells is if I am dealing with people like those narcs. I'm gonna put a wham zoopy booby on they butts, and they ain't gonna know what hit them, because when you do a voodoo doll, and this is how I have always won in this spiritual war. Hit the thumbs up, y'all, because I'm giving y'all some good information. Voodoo dolls, yeah, those are highly effective. Some of the most effective methods of winning spiritual war. And like, if you are feeling strong about, especially if I see in your reading that you got the hangman, I can tell you that somebody made a voodoo doll on you. They're extremely popular. Most spiritualists use them. Most of us use them. I use them all the time. And I would, honey, please. So yeah, I'll be back live, guys, to show you guys that. That's going to be fun a little bit later. Thank you, Good Life. Hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. So yeah, you do have to go to those extremes. And you don't have to necessarily do harm to the doll, but you can bind certain things. So if your candle work isn't working, now another thing that I want to tell you, this is the reason why the enemy comes and goes and they pops out of nowhere. Because once you hit them with that, with that magic, okay, once you hit them with that voodoo magic, then they're gonna go away. You notice how they just all of a sudden go away. You just don't see them no more. You don't care. You don't know what's going on with them. You just know that they have went away, as well as their bad energy. Now you can get rid of their bad energy before they go away. Every single day, the efforts that my narc mother and her friends and company, Tiffany and company, every single day, okay, and trust me, she's not related to the Tiffany and company jewelry store. Trust me, no, she's not. But every single day that they do what they do, I do alchemy. So I still manifest everything that I want every single day. But it's just the point that you got to do some extra stuff, because you like, what are you doing? I will destroy you. I don't know why you're doing this again. This is like the 29,000th time we done been through this. But, they never learn. So you have to continue to teach them lessons. Okay. So it binds them from doing harm. Now, a simple binding spell can be written down on a piece of paper and you can light a candle over it. But I'm going to say that you want to do the dolls too. You want to make sure that you're making a preparation, because I'll make up several dolls. At one point, guys, I've set up here and did a big ritual with about 10 dolls. And it's beautiful the way that I'm going to be doing a ritual. I'm not going to be using 10 dolls, but because it ain't that deep, but so another way that you can get through it definitely is the reversals, but a very, very good binding ritual and banishing ritual for those enemies is what you really, really, really need. Okay. Because if a person, y'all, when I do beep tongues for y'all, you got somebody running around persecuting you. That's exactly what this guy, Saint Michael, is doing, persecuting me. And we all know it's fake because he's admitted to lying before. Hello. But he's got new people. And then there's new people that don't know the history. So then we have to go through Black History Month all over again and give people an update. So now I will tell you that Once you make a voodoo doll out of your enemies, you do want to keep it. So that's how you keep your enemies closer. You don't call them on the damn phone every day. Tell me, hi, how you doing? That shows that you're scared. If you got to pretend to be anything, I was just pretending to be your friend. If you got to pretend to be any damn thing, then you just scared. Period, point blank. You scared of your enemy. And you should never be scared of your enemy. You should never be scared of anything. You should always know. If you don't know, and if you are afraid, then you have to get yourself and your energies to where you're no longer afraid, because that's when you are ready to manifest. Okay, so that's how they, create blockages. And it's so sad because I've seen a lot of these people that are out here, like the agents and the enablers, they are actually victims of their narc parents too. And the reason why they want to do it to you is because they're stuck on, not wanting to see others do better and wanting to compete with you and, going along with it. So, I just wouldn't do it. But all of those are excuses, And then also one thing that I notice about narcs is that if you don't do what they want you to do, they will all of a sudden spread a rumor about you. That's just like with Saint Michael. Please understand that this guy is full of crap. He comes on there, he talks a good game, but the bottom line with him, okay, let me just give y'all this bit of information about that person. Okay. If you are nice to him and giving him what he wants, he won't say those things about you. But if you're not giving him what he wants, you're a predator, you're a pedophile, you don't take care of your kids, you're a slob, you're a fat slob, I hate you. That's the malignant narc enabler. Okay, and see, this is the reason why I don't claim certain people, because quite frankly, I don't really have respect for puppets. Okay, so I'm one of them type of people to where I'm like, no, I don't get down with oppressive energy. Okay, what's up, Dovey Milton? So, when it comes to that person, that's how you can tell that that person is full of crap, because if I'm giving that person what they want, I'm everything. And, but as soon as I don't give that person what they want, they making up lies about me. And yeah, absolutely. Y'all, I swear to God, for some reason, my mother managed to get all of my exes together and form a freaking army. It was almost like she infected everybody. Oh, well, they're not everybody in the world. She can't infect everybody. She can't. So the no contact rule is stay your ass away from me. Don't call me, and I don't want to be in touch with any of your Nimrods. Okay, so if you got a Nimcapoop, because all of them are Nimcapoops, and also then when they start to bring up what other people said, then you say, okay, well then, so then the next thing you know, you had a full-fledged war against about 10 people, and you got to know that you're going to win that there. Okay. So tomorrow is the new moon, guys, and we are going to be working on this. I haven't set up a group ritual. I don't have time to plan for that. But individual work, you guys can contact me for that for the new moon. Okay, but you guys only have until today. I already got like probably 3 people that I'm supposed to be doing work for. But I usually take as many as 10 clients with every moon. Okay, I love to have 10 clients to work on. And trust me, I get it done. Okay, so you guys can contact me for your consultations. Hit my Cash App up. 30-minute readings are only $25. And then 60-minute readings are $50. Now, there's other things that I am offering on the website. For example, the Reiki sessions. The Reiki sessions are going to be for you guys that probably don't have the budget to spend 150, 300. Um, you may not have that. So maybe you'll have to start off with something else, but I would suggest getting the rituals because rituals are very, very powerful. Okay, and then how you do your rituals is what connects you with the divine. Okay, so over here, we don't really manifest a lot of negativity because we use enough of our own power. We don't have to suck the life out of somebody else to get where we need to get because we know how to use herbs and intent. We know how to use the oils. We know how to use that. We don't have to use another human being. So, a lot of you out there that are sacrifices, y'all just don't know what to do right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that are besides themselves right now. So, like I said, there is a door open over here. I don't know about nobody else, but my spirits create a path for my clients. So, if you want to really know what witchcraft is, you have to take the courses to actually know what the hell we do. Like, why do y'all think that we talk about road openers and opening the paths and opening the door and closing other doors? And, that is because, that's the way that it works when you're looking at it from a visionary standpoint. So this is the reason why some people's spells work and some people don't, or some of you, it depends on what the spell is. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, I'm gonna get this wrapped up, but what was the last thing that I was going to say? I didn't get you guys' opinion on the new website. I know it doesn't look all cute like the last website that I had. My last website was so cute, and I think I'm gonna play around with it because I don't know, like I'll see what I can do, but let me know what you guys think of the website, like your honest opinion. I think I'm gonna put up a poll to see what you guys like because I think I may use more of an earth tone-ish background for it. Maybe like a stone-ish type of background, So I'm gonna look into that because I haven't had the time to kind of play around with it or even use my own background. And I didn't use a professional so let me know what you guys think of the website. But if you guys want to purchase readings, the link to my website is below. Again, I am accepting Cashapp payments, $ Psychic Jamila. I look forward to hearing from you guys for the new moon. Thank you. Thank you. Goddess blessings to you too. And I love you guys so much. Hey, let me tell you something. Let's not allow hatred to mess things up for us because as we've noticed, you got to have your love energies balanced and as far as your self-love and what you convey to others because when people are being evil to you and doing foul stuff, it's because they don't love themselves. So a person that doesn't love themselves, how do you think they're going to treat you? Okay. So don't worry about it. I swear to God, man, let me tell you something. Y'all gon' this is what you guys have been witnessing for the past 5 years, especially over here with my company, because coincidentally, the enemy and the Edomites, or the Edomites, I call them Edomites, they were discussing my business, which, I mean, technically, if they had their own business that was rocking forward like yours, they wouldn't be so interested in yours, or even need to come and tell lies that even look ridiculous. But a lot of people can find themselves being manipulated by these people. The truth always will prevail. Remember that. Okay. And even ask your spirits for that. You can ask spirits to reveal the truth, especially if you being lied on. So we got all kind of spells and stuff over here. Okay. We know about everything over here. And I've used every trick in the book, and it's always worked. Okay, so at the very least, when it comes to witchcraft, you have to believe in yourself. Okay? And then also believing in magic. There are a lot of people that honestly do not believe in magic. Okay, and they may even practice it. But they just don't believe in it. Maybe they're just doing it, you know, maybe they're just doing it because they saw somebody else do it. Or maybe they're doing it because, they don't feel that they have any other choice. But then again, they're making that choice not because they enjoy the spirit realm. They actually hate the spirit realm. I love the spirit realm personally. Okay, so that's why I don't mind, getting my feet wet. Okay. Anyway, guys, I will see y'all later. Love and light, peace and blessings to you guys on this happy Thursday. Okay. Bye. See y'all later.